off with our entertainment section. Started in Jamaica. Jamaican sprinter Elaine Thompson-Herah is the World Female Athlete of the Year for 2021. Thompson-Herah, the 5-time Olympic champion, represented Jamaica at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games this past summer and won gold in the 100-meter, 200-meter, and 4x100 meter. The World Female Athlete of the Year for 2021 title winner was chosen by a panel of athletics experts. In addition to winning multiple gold medals in Tokyo, Thompson-Herah is the second fastest woman in history, running the women's 100 meters in 10.54 seconds at the Prefontaine Classic in Eugene, Oregon. This is second only to the record of 10.49 seconds set by Flojo of the United States in 1988. Thompson-Herah beat out several other female athletes for the title. She got her award earlier this week. I think it was on Tuesday, so congrats to her. Little bit of Jamaica, the big things out there. So we're good. Staying in Jamaica, we're gonna hit on to the dancehall scene. And Jamaica dancehalls from nothing to something artist Gully Bop has been admitted to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he's being treated for complications from a hernia and blocked tubes. From his hospital bed where he's connected to drips, Gully Bop told the Star that he was experiencing one of the hardest pain may ever feel. In between bursts of pain, which had him screaming out in agony, the body specialist DJ disclosed that he was admitted on Sunday night, but should really have gone in before. But because he was afraid of the virus, he didn't show up. He said, me did come from Saturday on runway because I'm afraid of the COVID and me come back Sunday morning and runway again. But Sunday night, me did have to come back because the pain was too much. My taxi driver, gal boss, me have to big him up. Him been with me right through, Gully Bop, who detailed his illness as 2 hernia and me can't pass urine or other things. Gully Bop, whose storied career seen him bust at 50 years old and clamber out of hardships only to return. He says that I want somebody to do anything for me right now, and is my manager. She called me from England and we good, he said. Gully Bop says his focus is on getting better. I just want to make my fans know that I am sick, but me I come a road soon. So we will send well wishers out to Gully Bop. Still staying in the entertainment section, we're going to go around to the USA. And noted fashion designer Virgil Abloh died earlier this week at the age of 41 following a long battle with a rare form of cancer. The Off-White founder and artistic director of menswear at Louis Vuitton was not only a genius designer, a visionary, he was also a man with a beautiful soul and great wisdom, said LVMH chairman and chief executive Bernard Arnault. For over 2 years, Virgil valiantly battled a rare aggressive form of cancer, cardiac angiosarcoma. He chose to endure his battle privately since his diagnosis in 2019, undergoing numerous challenging treatments, all while helming several significant institutions that span fashion, art, and culture. So he was one of those multi-hyphenate persons. When he went to become the head fashion designer at Louis Vuitton, he was the first Black person to do so. He was their first Black artistic director. His streetwear label, Off-White, was one of those artistic design. There's some designs that you're like, okay, that's not supposed to be worn on the street, but it make you feel, or you think you're cool because you're wearing that particular designer, so it's kind of edgy. So that was a part of his stuff. There's some of the stuff that are it's in the Museum of Contemporary Art in Chicago. They did an exhibition on him. So since his passing, he was working at the time of his passing. He was working on the first menswear collection for a Louis V store in Miami. So that was supposed to be held on Tuesday, which it was. So they had a whole memorial in the form of the opening of the store and also the presentation of his collection for spring and summer 2022. And that was held on Tuesday. So we'll say rest in peace to his family, condolences, rest in peace to him and condolences to his family. All righty. So still staying in the US, and Common and Tiffany Haddish has confirmed that they are no longer together. So they broke up after more than a year of dating. They said that they're too busy to be able to spend time properly in a relationship with each other. They say that they're never in the same city together, and both of them are just too busy for a serious relationship. So they confirmed that it was last August 2020 when they confirmed that they were dating. They met back in 2019 and lasted just a little bit over a year. I'm always amazed at the concept that you're too busy to date or you're too busy to spend time with somebody you're dating. That always, I'm like, how do you not want to put the time in unless you're just not into that person? Because that's the only way I can see it. Like, you're just not that into that person that you can't make the time to date that person. And Common has a track record with dating top black actresses and sports person. Like, he's dated some of the best, and for some reason, other than Serena, where I think their relationship lasted probably about 3 years, Angela Rye came close with 2 and a bit, but his relationships are just like a year and a bit, just a little over a year, just a little under a year. Like, there's something wrong there. I don't know, but that relationship is over. And Jacqueline Avant, a Los Angeles philanthropist and the wife of legendary music executive Clarence Avant, was fatally shot at their home in Beverly Hills yesterday. Police and paramedics arrived at the home after a 2:23 a.m. call to find Jacqueline Avant, age 81, with a gunshot wound. Beverly Hills Police Chief Mark Stainbrook said at an afternoon news conference. She was taken to a hospital but did not survive. The suspect or suspects were gone when police arrived, and nothing was stolen from the house and no one else was injured. Someone went into the home. We don't know the purpose behind it, the chief said. I don't think it's a random attack, but I can't speculate on that. Jacqueline Avant was a long-time local philanthropist who led organizations that helped low-income neighborhoods, including Watts and South Los Angeles, and was on the board of directors of the International Student Center at the University of California, Los Angeles. The Avant's daughter, Nicole Avant, is a film producer and former U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas, and is married to Netflix co-CEO and chief content officer Ted Sarandos. The entire family wishes to thank everyone for their outpouring of love, support, and condolences for Jacqueline Avant. She was a longtime resident of Beverly Hills. She's lived in that area for 55 years. Her husband, Clarence Avant, is a Grammy-winning executive, and he's known as the godfather of Black music and was recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The 90-year-old was also a concert promoter and manager who mentored and helped the career of artists, including Bill Withers, Little Willie John, L.A. Reid, Babyface Jimmy Jam, and Terry Lewis. He founded Sussex Records and Taboo Records in the 1960s and 70s and was chair of Motown Records in the 1990s. The Avants were married in 1967. They also have a son, Alexandre Dubois Avant. So earlier today, there was an update that the Beverly Hills police, they made an arrest in her shooting. And they said that the suspect used an AR-15 rifle during the shooting and then shot himself in the foot at another home during a robbery in Hollywood. Police arrested Ariel Maynor, age 29, of Los Angeles, in connection with a homicide. Apparently, multiple surveillance cameras showed his vehicle heading east out of Beverly Hills after the shooting. Shortly after, police from the Los Angeles Police Department Hollywood Division reported to a home on the 600 block of Graciosa Drive. They found a man in the backyard of a home who had a gunshot to his foot. Police determined that he accidentally shot himself during a burglary at the home and was arrested and taken to a local hospital. Also, if you're on Netflix and if you've watched the movie called The Black Godfather, it was about Avant, and it was produced and directed by his daughter, Nicole. You can imagine at age 81, you're in your house, minding your own business, and some carelessness just come in, they come kill you and wreck your whole family life. I mean, that man is what, 90? They've been married for 55 years, 54 years, and all of a sudden, in a careless gunshot, that gone, just like that. You're like, it. That's so hard. In a minute, your life gone because of somebody's carelessness. That's just crazy. So the next item in our entertainment section is the Jamaica-UK connection. So the circus continues around... The circus continues around the king of the dancehall, Mr. Beenie Man himself. So for those who were here last week and remember the story that I brought up with him having a new girlfriend and all of that kind of stuff, this is a continuation of that. So it would seem as if he's got himself into a little bit of a pickle. It's been alleged that he's not able to leave the UK due to one of his kids' mother taking him to court for child support. Apparently, the kid is 16 years old and he's not paid child support during that time. And she took him to court in England and the judge took away his passport so he can't leave the UK. That's what's being alleged. So we're going to use, alleged. Yeah. Also, apparently he has a side chick or has had a side chick for the past 15 years. I don't know how you stay a side chick for 15 years, but hey, for those who know, you know. And apparently she's pregnant. So since him go England in a summer or whenever, sometime this year breeder, she not have pitney yet. She's presently pregnant. And because he's no longer showing her the attention that he used to show her, he's taken up with somebody else, Camille Lee. It's not gone over well with the side chick and her mother. So word on the street is that they're very upset at the turn of events. A pure customer course right now. Like the mother has made the rounds of at least 4 bloggers that I know and follow, and they've all posted on YouTube. I'm not gonna post the voice notes because apparently the mother is 62 and the things that she's saying on the voice notes and stuff, like, I don't want to hear that. I didn't listen to all of them, but some of what I did here, it never sound good. There's threats, there's all kinds of stuff. And of course, since the mother went on social media and on all the blogs, Camille went on her IG today, and she's putting out her version of events that concerns her. So she's saying that she's been threatened and all of these kinds of things. The woman is called, and the woman in her going to the various blog sites and putting out voice notes and all of these things, she has left threatening information out. It's out. It's in the blogosphere. You can't take it back. You can't say you never mean it and all of them something, because you put it out. You put it out, and it's not good. So Camille, she's posted that their relationship is 21 years in the making, and her ex-husband is okay with her moving on. He just wants her to be happy. Everybody is single. So that's why they're taking in the opportunity now to, come out with their relationship. She's also stated that it's since her birthday, because her birthday was last week. So it's since she's posted the videos and stuff of her and Beenie Man's PDAs, that the threats have gotten worse, the stalking have gotten worse, because those who are in her circle in England knows what was happening. So she said for the past month and a half, she's been stalked, threatened, and all of them stuff. Other family members had to, get involved and all of that stuff. So she decided to come bring her part of the story. She's saying that the daughter isn't pregnant and all of that kind of stuff, that, it's just lies and all of. But what I found the most interesting in this part of the whole saga is that the side chick, the 15-year side chick, is the daughter of Beenie Man's brother ex-wife. So that would have made her niece by law. So that part is a murky part for me. But other than that, everybody's an adult, to each his own. But it not look good. People are speculating that he's got an album to promote that's coming out and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, they said no publicity is bad publicity. There are times when it's bad publicity. So this right now, not look good for him. Not at all. Not looking good at all. But if anything else happens, I'll keep you guys posted and let you know next week, because I find it quite interesting. That all of that, I don't understand how. I guess that's a part of being in the public eye and being a celebrity. So it is what it is. But yeah, Enid says the voice note does not sound very good. No, it doesn't. And to think that it's coming from a 62-year-old person who should know better. And at the end of the day, I mean, if you're with a guy and he doesn't want you anymore, what you gonna do? You gonna cuss him and say, hey, you need to want me, or no, move on. Move on. And if you were a side piece for 15 years, how many other people has he had during those 15 years? He done had married and baby mamas and kids born in that 15 years. You gonna argue over this one? Go and keep your side chick cool and keep your mouth shut. Oh man. Colleen says, girl on this side, I do it the best. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's a lie, but who knows? Who knows? And staying in Jamaica, y'all know that people complain about getting outrageous water bill in a Jamaica. But imagine getting a water bill for over $500,000. So Governor, who's an artist, a singer, he's residing in the USA, I think New York, but a Jamaican artist. He wasn't pleased with the water bill sent to him by the Jamaica Water Company, National Water Commission, recently. So he shared on social media yesterday that he received a massive bill from the company in the amount of $540,078.61 Jamaican. And yes, I did the conversion. So the conversion would have been around $3,465 US, or $4,390.88 Canadian. The artist who shared the bill on his Instagram page did not give details as to what the amount is and for what period, although the billing date says November 26th, while the due date to pay the bill is December 17th, 2021. So he did tag NWC and MOGA, Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, with the shrug emoji. So I guess he wants MOCA to investigate why NWC is sending a bill for that high, suggesting that it's fraud and it's criminal. But needless to say, his friends had a bit of fun at his expense based on their comments under his posting. Nevertheless, since then, NWC has responded to him and asked him to send his account details with a contact number, copy of the bill, and his email address for them to investigate the matter. Can you imagine getting a water bill only for over $4,000 for 1 month? That would be like 5-6 years worth of water bill up here. That would be at least 5-6, maybe even 7 years worth of water bill alone. Because your water bill for the year, depending on how many of you live in the house, is normally less than $500 a year for water. So imagine getting a $4,000 water bill. That's crazy. Crazy. But it is what it is. People complain about getting the huge light bill and the huge water bill. So yeah. So that's the end of our entertainment section. We're gonna go into